Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll explain about attribute directives. In my previous video I have explained the structural directives. So today before that, what are the components? Components are the special directives which is having their own templates. Means in your Angular application we will be having the components. So those components will have this special HTML tag which is having the template. The entire template will act as a special directive in Angular. So we'll see the attribute directives now. So attribute directives will be useful for the changing behavior and appearance of the DOM element. We can apply the styles to change the appearance of the DOM element using these attribute directives. So we have ng class and ng style as the attribute directives. So now we'll see syntactically how we can write these in the elements and the real-time scenarios of using these attribute directives. So let's go back to the Visual Studio Code. So this is my HTML element where I'll explain all these directives. Basically, we know how we can use the style and class attributes in the basic HTML. So this is the way we can write the syntax. Class is equal to the name of the class. But in Angular, we can write in this way. Like you can write ng class. So this is the class name. Here my requirement is different. Actually, in Angular, you can add the class for HTML element in different ways based on your requirement. So if I want to apply this active class, I can directly write like this. So class name, I'm just removing the condition. So statically, if I just want to directly apply the active class to the element, I can write like this. But as per my requirement, now I have dynamic requirement like on load based on the index. If the starting value is 0, that particular element only I need to make as active. So for that I am using this condition. I'm just checking the selected index. I'm just taking an integer. That integer I'm checking with the index. So index you will get when you are looping out this li for when in the for loop. So this is the syntax here for apply the ng class. So we can add multiple classes also. So I can just make a comma here and I can write another class name. If I have any conditions to apply, I can write here. So this is one way of using the class, ng class. So we can write in another way also, like there is some different syntax also to apply the classes for HTML element. Like, so I can write class and I can write the class name. If I want to apply some, I'll take an example of this active only. So this active class I can apply in this way. So class and the class name active equal to, I can write this expression here, this conditional expression I can write here. Which will return a boolean value whether it is true or not. So if it returns true, it will add the class to the element, otherwise it will not add the class to the element. So if this works fine, it has to highlight the first element here. So let's see, I will just remove this one. This class I am removing. I'm just saving the file. see it compiles successfully, and in the browser it is highlighting the one. So I'll just reload it again. See, the first one is getting highlighted and the active class was added. So this is the second way of adding the class. So as per our requirement, we can add the classes in another way also. Like you can add some function also here to add to get the boolean value, like whether it is true or false. So you can directly write a function like this here. So here you can see you can just write a class name and the function, whatever the expression you want here you can write, or you can call a function here. If you can see in the ng class syntax, this is the class name and this is the truth expression which will give the return value as true or false. In the same way, in this class syntax also we can call a function here. So as per our requirement, in different syntaxes we can add a class to the HTML element. So I'll just showing the browser where it got added to the element. I'm opening the developer tool. I'm just highlighting the first element. You can see the active class is added here. I am applying some mouse over functionality. That's why the active class is changing. So you can see the active class in the second element because the second element got highlighted. So in this way you can add the attribute directives to the HTML element. So next I will explain how we can write the styles to change the behavior of to change the appearance of element. So one way is using ng style. This is one syntax to apply ng style attribute. So here we can pass the styles in the key value parameter. Suppose I am taking the key as the style name like color and I am passing the value as red. So it should apply the color red style to all the li elements. I'm just saving the file. It compiles successfully and it got reloaded and it applied red color to all the li elements. You can see the letters are in color red. So you can add multiple styles also as it is an object. So we can add multiple colors in the key value pair. So I'll just add font size. So one thing we need to remember is whenever we are adding font size, basically when you are applying normal style attribute, we can just mention the pixels here, but here we need to mention the pixels just beside the font size, like this font EX. So this is how we can mention the font size style in ng style attribute. And let's compile successfully, and you can see here the font size got increased. So this is one way of applying attribute directive ng style. So the another syntax is like so the same styles I'll apply in different way. So I can write like this style as we have written for the class. In the same way we can write for style also. Style name color equal to red. I'll just remove these styles. Let's see whether this syntax is working or not. I'm just removing this and I'll run this one. Yeah, it compiles successfully, and you can see the color is in red. So whenever you are writing this syntax, remember that color name should be inside the single quotations. And let's revert back everything. So as we did for the class attribute, in the same way we can use this ng style for dynamic things like if you want to add this red color, now I have added the values statically. So if you want to apply this red color based on some conditions, like if you want to get the value as dynamically based on the requirement, you can write the ternary functions, ternary operations here. For example, I'm just removing this red color here, and I'll place some condition here. Just write some ternary function. Suppose 5 is equal to 5. So if this becomes true, then only red color has to apply, otherwise it should be in the green. So if it is true, red has to appear. If it is false, it should be in the green color. So if this condition becomes true, red will appear, otherwise green color will get appear in the browser. So we'll see. It compiles successfully. If the condition has become true and it has appeared in the red color, I'll just change the number as 4, which is false. Then this will appear in the green color. It got appeared in the green color. So this is how we can write conditions to get the values. So in other way, as per our requirement, we can directly call the function also. Instead of writing the conditions here, you can just write a function to get the dynamic value as the boolean true or false. So this is another way of displaying the style. So I'll just show you the few syntaxes here. See, for any class, this is one way of writing the syntax. So we can write the class name. For the dynamic value, you can write the condition here itself in the place of value, or you can just write the function to get the return value as the boolean. Or the another way is class dot the class name and the expression you want to check. The same way for style also, you can write ng style equal to the style name and the expression which returns the value in the form of function, or you can directly write the condition here itself in the place of value. So another way is style dot the style name, whether it is color or it is background or any other thing, you can write in this way also, and you can just write the function directly here. So this is how we can use the attribute directives in the real-time scenarios. So this is all about the directives in Angular. Please subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thank you.